What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Blockhash podcast channel. Let's talk crypto. Today we're going to talk about Dogecoin, Doge, the micro, the macro, what we think about the price, where it's likely to go, and is it still the king of memes? Be sure to like the video, show some support, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, help us out as we grow, and comment down below any thoughts you have on Dogecoin. Would love to hear your guys' opinion. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is purely educational. This is for me to help you guys understand what I'm thinking and my opinions, as well as help you formulate your own opinions and ideas. If you want to trade Doge, make sure to do your own financial advice, your own due diligence, and seek professional help. Anyways, let's jump into it. So looking at Dogecoin, it's a very interesting investment. So on the macro, there's nothing to really show that Dogecoin is this great long-term performing asset. In fact, all it shows is that it went through a massive bubble. Now, what's fascinating about Doge, though, on the macro is it does have a very strong support for some reason around 50 cents. Anywhere between, let's say, actually 42 cents and maybe 63 cents in this range. I'm going to draw a little bit of a long-term rectangle here. I guess we include all of that. And this range has been sloping up forever. Dogecoin does not want to jump out of this box, which is a very interesting sign. So Doge has appreciated in value. Congratulations to everyone that owns Doge. Now, the key thing to look for here is, can we get some positive momentum to the upside? We have gotten a pop out of Doge around October, early November, right before FTX, collapsed the price, trickled down, and then started moving again with the altcoins this season. We'll zoom in on this here in a moment. Just want to give you some long-term context. The last time this happened and Doge really moved for the first time was not even around November with most altcoins. It happened during the Wall Street bets era. In January, and Dogecoin went from sub pennies to as high as 8 cents. And from there, it consolidated above 4 cents, 5 cents, and then eventually moved spring of 2021 and had a massive rally to the upside. Could we be looking at that again? Could Doge approach all-time highs around 73 cents, 74 cents? Could Doge be worth $1 one of these days? I'll tell you what, it's absolutely possible. Meme coins are their own niche and sector in this space. I know that sounds crazy, but it is true. And even on the long term, on this downsloping channel, I mean, this ended, like literally ended in consolidation here going into the FTX event. So Doge is no longer in a downtrend. It's just flat for the most part. And that's not bad. It's consolidating and it's waiting for some real investors to come in and decide, is this worth, going up? So since the beginning of the year, Doge hasn't really rallied. It hasn't really shown any sign of appreciating, and it's got a long ways to go. Looking at the beginning of January, it had a little bit of a move. It did not sustain that move. It actually made a lower low, but held a bit of a longer term trend line, which I guess is still good, then popped again. The thing about Doge and other meme coins is they're not cyclic in nature like most cryptocurrencies. They don't follow Bitcoin very well. They are outliers. They could perform at any point in time because they're driven by community. They're not driven by utility and use cases and traditional investment cycles. Now, that could change in the future as Dogecoin becomes more solidified as a speculative asset, but Doge is really driven by its community. So when Elon Musk makes a tweet about Doge or changes the Twitter logo to a Dogecoin or posts about Doge being the new CEO of Twitter, you get these spikes in prices, because those are community-driven events. Elon Musk is probably, you can consider him a community member at this point. So what's interesting for Doge and that we need to keep an eye on is, can we get some sustained momentum with a really big community-like event? The one thing that could help us push beyond that is seeing something similar to the Wall Street bets era back in January of 2021. If we get that kind of momentum and that kind of pushback against traditional finance, against traditional banking, something to support the retail investor, then we're likely to see that move in Dogecoin. Now, where would we need to go to confirm a more of a bull market cycle for Dogecoin if we could do so? We would need to move above this local high almost 100% to 15 cents, almost 16 cents. We need to break through 15.8 or so and hold it. That's a very big move to make. We look at the fib retracements from this level here. If we want to get there, it's going to be a long stretch. I'm going to drag this up a little bit higher for context. Let's see if we can find. Let's say we want to get to the 34, 33 cent level where it had some strong peaks there, some strong resistance. Or thing about fibs, it's all about where you draw that peak, all right? Because that stretches it out so much. I'm thinking this might be the most accurate, unless we want to go to all-time highs. Should we just go to all-time highs? Let's do that. Let's just stretch this out as far as we can to all-time highs. Okay, more or less. We'll just undershoot it a little bit, be conservative. So where does Doge need to go? On the macro here, Doge needs to get to the 786. Well, that'll be the biggest resistance. Actually, the good news is getting here to 15 to 16 cents and breaking this is not going to necessarily mean that it's going to come back down, because we're well below the 786. So 786 is where we expect some ceiling resistance and we get some kind of pullback into this region. Yeah. So I'm expecting that we move up here. We get a little bit of pullback. Then we retest this. Maybe we overshoot it. And then the question will be, whoops, do we come back down? All of that is potentially in play. We have to look at as well. No, long-term looks pretty good still. Long-term trend line still here. We just haven't seen any reason for this to happen. That's the only concern that I have. We need to see community-led events pushing us to those marks. That's pretty much it with Dogecoin. I mean, it's very simple. You know, if Elon Musk decides to allow payments through Dogecoin on Twitter, or officially accepts it long-term with Tesla, or Elon makes a public statement saying that they're going to launch a Dogecoin into space like they did the Tesla Roadster, or something happens with the Wall Street bets community, or something happens in banking relatively soon, or investment banking, and retail investors again get shook, you know, that could be an opportunity to fight back. There's just nothing yet to spark Dogecoin. It is still the king of meme coins. I really do believe that. I think Shiba is, you know, the second probably most popular. Everyone always looks to Shiba to make millions and millions of dollars, but it's not the reality. Everyone's looking to short Shiba at the same time. And I don't think Shiba's ever really going to overtake Doge completely. I think Doge is here to stay. I think Doge, if any of the meme coins could be an asset, Doge is probably the one meme coin that could be considered an asset, because it leads that entire meme coin market. And it's the king, guys. Doge is the king of meme coins in the crypto space. So unfortunately, I'd love to give you guys a little bit more insight into where it could go. It's just that it hasn't moved. Like everything else in crypto, like it just hasn't. It's very flat. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Hopefully in the coming weeks, maybe we get a little bit more clarity. I would love to see Doge start to make these moves, maybe where it can come up, consolidate, get through this high. If we see this happen, we'll do some more charting on it. You know, this would be the best case scenario for Doge in the near future. Otherwise, it's just going to keep tapping here on this line, and we go flat until we get the next potential break, which could be the very, very end of 2023 if we look at the cycle, or even the very beginning of 2024 in January. So looking for those community moments, looking for some huge interest around Doge. It's, again, community driven. That's the key. Like the video, guys. Comment down below anything that you believe is important in regards to Doge. Comment down below if you think Doge is also the king of meme coins. Would like to see what you guys think about that as well. And subscribe to the channel and support us as always. Really do appreciate all of your guys' support. See you guys next time. Cheers.